My name is Infamous, aka M3 Bullet, and this is my Black History Month tribute. I'm gonna draw and talk about Henry Jhonson and the Harlem Hellfighters. Like, share, and subscribe. Before we can talk about Henry Jhonson, we need to talk about the Harlem Hellfighters first. Okay, World War I. Chemical weapons, fighter planes, and machine guns. The 369th Infantry, or the Harlem Hellfighters, was the largest enlistment of African American men fighting in World War I. It was an infantry unit that the U.S. didn't want because of the color of their skin. The Army was segregated during that time. Most of those soldiers were from Harlem, Manhattan, some were from the South that went north. They were led by Colonel William Hayward. He had a more progressive view of African Americans and wanted them to fight. During the war, the French was getting their ass whooped, so the U.S. sent them to France. The U.S. saw this as a chance to get rid of them, so they sent them to France. At first, they were labor units, unloading ships and equipment, making trenches. It was like slavery to them. They were still under U.S. command at the time. Then the U.S. handed them to the French as combat units. This would be the first time they saw combat. The French treated them well. They were glad that they came. They broke bread together and treated them like equals, like humans, for the first time in their lives. The exact date of his birth is unknown, but he was born in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, in 1897. He was just a kid when his family went up north to escape the racism from the South. While he was in France, he and Needham Roberts were put on sentry duty. Then one night he heard wires being cut. The Germans were raiding. Needham was injured, and the Germans would try to take him prisoner. His rifle jammed, and he had to fight with his bare hands, killed 4 Germans, wounded 20 others, and he was injured over 21 times and still kept fighting. He was treated in a French hospital and was awarded with the highest French military medal of honor. In 1919, a parade was held in their honor on Fifth Avenue in New York. Because of his injuries, Jhonson was unable to support himself, so he became depressed and turned to alcohol, and died alone, penniless, at 32 years old, on July 2nd, 1929. He was buried in Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. It was shocking when I heard about Henry Jhonson and the Hellfighters. They fought for a country that didn't give a shit about them and abuses them. They fought for equality and change, but nothing didn't change. Everything was the same. Okay, I know I'm exaggerating, but Johnson was a superhuman. That took stamina, strength, and durability that's beyond human. Dealing with that many injuries and still fighting all by himself, that's a hero, and everyone should remember him and the Hellfighter sacrifice. If they see black soldiers today, they'll be proud.